And it's going to start with a man named Ibrahim alayhi salam. Now this man, from the revelation perspective, has two famous sons. Any thoughts? The older son, call it out. Ismail alayhi salam. And then the younger son, Ishak alayhi salam. So we're going to focus on Ishak alayhi salam first. So Ibrahim alayhi salam is the father, Ishak is the son, and Ishak has a son. Any idea who that might be? Yakub, right. Yakub has another name, Israil. Israil, he's got 12 sons, and one of them is a prophet. Oh, right, Yusuf. These children of Ibrahim actually get prophets virtually every generation, continuously. And they keep getting them for centuries and centuries and centuries, until actually all the way through to the last messenger that was sent to them specifically, which is Isa, the son of Maryam. Isa is the last one that was sent particularly to them. No other nation in history receives messenger after messenger after messenger. And even when they received revelation, of course the grand revelation that they received was at the hands of one messenger. His name is Musa alayhi salam. You guys know, the most mentioned prophet in the Quran. And when they received that Torah, the book that they received, the Quran actually makes the claim that they made changes to that book. They altered it, or they lost parts of it. And as they did, as big as a crime that is, Allah would send other prophets to revitalize the book again. Ismail alayhi salam, his son, the older son, he is commissioned to go to this valley and leave his family there, this baby Ismail there. He comes back later when he's old enough to run around with his son. You know, there's an age where you really get to enjoy your child. And then Allah sends him the dreams. And he's supposed to make the ultimate sacrifice. This man sees graphic dreams of his own child being slaughtered by himself. But he sees it continually. And not only does he see it, he has to share it. But share it with who? The same son. He didn't say Allah is commanding me to kill you. He just said, I see it. But since Ismail is a prophet too, Ismail alayhi salam interprets it as, actually that is a command. Dad, you need to do what you're told. And now so they passed this test. Let me fast forward. They passed this test. And Allah Azza wa Jalla is so proud of both of them for passing this ultimate test of loving Allah and trusting Allah more than the greatest love of your life, your child. When they pass that test, Allah gives them an award. And the award is they get to build the most noble building in history. They get to raise the foundations of what? The Kaum. Now as they've been honored to build this house, you should be in a position to make some requests. Appoint among this lineage, between Ibrahim and Ismail, this lineage, appoint among them, raise among them a single messenger from among them. All the prophets that came on the other side came as prophets for who? Bani Israil. You know, when they're building the house, they're not building it for Ismail and his children. He's not building it only for Ismail and Ishaq. He actually says, and Allah even describes in the Quran, وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ مَثَابَةً لِلنَّاسِ, for people. That's why Allah describes the house as إِنَّ أَوَّلَ بَيْتٍ وُضِعَ لِلنَّاسِ, the first home built, put together for the service of humanity. The title of father goes to only two people in the Quran. Our father. Of course, our father in humanity is who? Adam alayhi salam. And our father in religion is actually Ibrahim alayhi salam. One of the names of Islam is what? The religion of your father. Who's the father reference to? Ibrahim alayhi salam. So we are the religion of Ibrahim. We're the religion of our father, Ibrahim. How many pillars in Islam? I'm going to show you 4 out of 5. I'm going to skip zakat. The idea of La ilaha illallah is clearer in the legacy of Ibrahim alayhi salam than any other legacy. So our shahada is actually continuation of the legacy of who? Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam says, La uhibbul afilin. I don't love, the sun. He talked about the sun and the moon, and he said, I don't love things that settle. The most magnificent creation you can see around you is the sun. There's no bigger creation with your naked eye that you can see than the sun. Our prayers are a manifestation of Ibrahim alayhi salam's statement, La uhibbul afilin. What's really interesting, according to one great scholar, Hamiduddin Farahi, is Allah designed it It's such a legacy of Ibrahim a.s, that when the sun is at its weakest position, when you can truly start seeing the weakness of the sun is Maghrib. And Isha is completely gone. And Fajr is just beginning to rise. So those three are when it's clearest that the sun is weak. And those three are when we pray the loudest. So Shahada goes back to him, prayer goes back to him. Where do we do Hajj? The building he built? There is a little tiny space there called Maqam, what? Oh yeah, Ibrahim. Oh, I don't think Safa and Marwa have anything to do with Ibrahim. Oh wait, that too. Zamzam. That has nothing to do with it. Oh wait, that too. Slaughtering the animal has nothing to do with him. Oh, that too. The entire celebration of Hajj is actually what? A celebration of the legacy of Ibrahim a.s. The entire thing. Both Ibrahim and Ismail are together and they pray. Ramadan was the month in which the dua of Ibrahim was answered. The dua of Ibrahim was a messenger who will recite the ayat. He became a messenger in the month of Ramadan. The ayat came to him that he could recite onto people when? In the month of Ramadan. The entire month of Ramadan, we are celebrating that the dua of Ibrahim was finally answered. Alayhi salam. Was Ibrahim alayhi salam concerned with one group? He was concerned with humanity, yes? I gave you an example that even the most sinful of people, he didn't have hatred towards them. Which example did I give you? The nation of Lut. And we are the religion of our father, Ibrahim alayhi salam. Can you understand that there are people who recite the Quran and justify hatred through the Quran? Forgetting the fact that this Quran is the fulfillment of the dua of who? Ibrahim alayhi salam. Whose entire legacy was love and concern for all of humanity. When you don't understand where you're coming from, you can't understand where you're going. This is the first and foremost thing I wanted to bring to your attention. That we are part of a universal religion. This religion appeals to all humanity.